Kami po yung nagbabalik dito sa loob ng arena sa lungsod ng San Juan. At ngayon naman punta natin si Coliseum Barker Rolly Manlapas to announce both starters for both squads this afternoon.
Blockbuster Thursday in your season 91 of the NCAA. Let us meet the starters, beginning with the Arellano Chiefs. At power forward number 4, J.R. Capara. Forward number 13, Alan Enriquez. At center, number 8, Nico Banga. The off-guard, number 11, Donald Gumaro. And the point guard, number 6, Giovanni Arellano. The coach of the Chiefs is Jerry Cordinera. And now, starting with a Perpetual, Hell Altas. Power forward number 11, Rick Gallardo. Forward number 14, Gab Datamon. At point guard number 16, Crispin Elopre. The on guard number 6, Earl Thompson.
Look on our TV screens, it's the starters, Giovanni Alalo, Donald Gumaro, Nico Banga, Alan Enriquez, and Coach Jerry Cordinera opting to start. Rarely, itong si J.R. Capara to insert in the starting lineup. And para naman kay Coach Arik Del Rosario, it's Crispin Elopre, Earl the Pearl, Scotty Thompson, Brian Aquedi in the middle, Rick Gallardo, and Gab Dagangon. Coach, bago tayo tumungo dito sa jump ball, of course, our officials for today, si Efren Garferio, Jaime Rivano, and Alan Dasal. You know, in your illustrious career, you've had your fair share of epic battles with a lot of guards in the past. What is your take on the great matchup between Halalon and Thompson? Parehong number 1 and 2 yan sa assist department in NCAA Season 91. Ano yung dapat abangan ng ating mga NCAA fans in this matchup?
Well, una-una, magandang matchup nga ito sinasabi mo, Dre, Halalon versus Thompson. Number 1 and number 2 assist leaders dito sa season natin. Well, first, I think they'll be doing their roles to the hilt in this game. They'll be initiating and creating for their teammates. Sila yung classing players na they involve their teammates more. They make their teammates look good.
That's right.
Aside from that, I expect them to play big games. Coming from those 2 losses, with Halalo not playing a good game, season low 5 assists for him, and Scotty Thompson, who had those crucial miscues in their last game against San Beda, I expect them to have big games today.
And speaking of big, J.R. Capara, ang player na kinwestiyon ko kanina kung bakit nasa starting lineup, makes his presence felt and proves that he deserves to be part of the starting lineup. Tumba doon, itong napakalaking mama na Nigerian 6'8", Bright Aqueti, pinatumba siya ni Nico Banga. First personal ang itatawag kay Banga. First team foul ng Arellano. Popcorn ready, juice ready, seat belt ready. Let's get ready for the ride. Thompson versus Halalon. Sabi naman ni Gerald Maghibon, sana makabawi na ang Perpetual para masaya naman kaming mga alumni. Maritime 2013 NCAA Season 91. Ocho, ang dami ng excited. Sana mag-restroom na rin kayo. Ako, yun yung nakalimutan ko gawin. Mag-restroom.
Gusto mag-break, take over muna ako dito. Kaya ko to.
Pwede. Yun nga, yung medyo clothesline pero tumba. Sabi ni Nico Banga, he was going for the ball pero unsportsmanlike foul ang itinawag because leeg nga yung hinila ni Nico Banga.
And I think that's one of the reasons kung bakit start din to si Banga para depensahan to si Bright Aqueti. He's there to be the physical presence nitong Arellano Chiefs at para nga pagbantay kay Bright Aqueti.
Bola ng Perpetual plus those 2 free throws. Tabla po tayo. 2-2 ang ating talaan. Aqueti down low. Di nakita. Muntik ng maagaw ni Halalon. Aqueti. Wala. And there is Dagangon with a rebound pero wala. Nakuha ng Arellano to the delight of the students from Legarda. Nice pass. Ito talagang ginagawa ng isang Giovanni Halalon pero mintes si Capara from the outside. And the coaching staff of Perpetual help, sabi ni Coach Arik, teka lang, pero tinuloy-tuloy ni Earl the Pearl, Scotty Thompson, ilista mo na ang kanyang unang 2 puntos ngayong araw.
Oo, kita niya, open na open yung lane to the basket. Hindi na niya pinasa, talaga nakita niya, he's going for those 2 points.
Alam ni Scotty, kapag ganun, isa yun sa mga strengths ni Scotty Thompson, a holding foul will be called kay Crispin Ilofre as we take a look at our smart fast play of the game, brought to you by Smart. Live the smart life. Last year's MVP, his last year donning a maroon and yellow jersey for the Perpetual Alta. Scotty Thompson gets on the scoreboard. Arellano sineset up ang opensa. The jumper looks really good from this man, Allen Enriquez, na may perimeter shot talaga sa kanyang arsenal.
Yes, first 4 points of Arellano coming from the outside. And that's gonna be big against his zone defense na pinakita ng Perpetual Health.
Agaw ni the bus driver, Giovanni Halalon. Tinuloy-tuloy. Sabi ni Giovanni, kung may 2 puntos ng kaibigan kong si Thompson, ako din.
And he's also one of the leaders in the league in assists. Kaya hindi lang basta offensa to si Giovanni Alalon, sa depensa rin, maasahan to.
Gallardo over to Tagangon, 3 for 3. No go, foul blown by our official. Itatawag ang personal foul kay JR Capaca. Yun yung agaw nito ni Giovanni Alalon. Tumuloy-tuloy, pinag-usapan nga natin at hina-hype natin yung matchup ni Giovanni and ni Scotty. Actually, Giovanni is really a natural point guard. Scotty is not. Sabi mo nga, he's more of a natural 2 guard.
Yes.
When they played for the Sinang Pilipinas squad in the SEA Games, magkaibigan talaga yung dalawang yan. And may times pa nga, they hang out in their rooms, the same room.
Magkaibigan sila, pero pagdating sa ganitong klaseng
Walang
laro,
kaibigan.
walang kaibigan.
Oo. Akweti nakaagaw, Akweti nakita all alone is Earl the Pearl. Ilista mo na ang kanyang pang-4 na puntos ngayon, Coach O.
Yes, early 4 points for Scotty Thompson. Medyo offensive-minded si Scotty Thompson ngayon.
So bumawi ni Scotty dahil in their last game, medyo nag-struggle siya from the free throw line noong huling yugto. Ganda naman nung hanap ni Capaca kay Banga. Banga, binabangga ng tatlong mga naka-Perpetual uniform.
Ang ganda ng interior passing nung Arellano dun eh. Pero better interior defense na nakita natin from Perpetual, forcing that turnover.
As we take a look one more time, yun yung hanap ni Akweti kay Thompson. Arangkada kagad itong Perpetual, pero tabla ulit tayo. Tumuloy-tuloy itong si Akweti, nanggigil siya. Akala niya masushoot niya yung easy 2 inside. First personal itatawag kay Allen Enriquez. 3rd team foul on Arellano.
And that's going to be decision time for Coach Jericho Diniera. Kung if you're going to settle for a single coverage against Bright Akweti o kailangan bang i-double at this early stage, nitignan pa ni Coach Jerry kung kaya tayong kainin or talunin ni Akweti sa ilalim.
Siyempre, meron naman siyang Beyonce Volts na pwede niyang ipasok na nasa bangko pa ngayon. Pero hindi nga siya ganun kakilala sa defensively compared to Nico Banga, their team captain. Lamang ng dalawa ang Perpetual. Alalon, binigyan ng puwang para sa 3. Yes! Mula sa 3 para kay Giovanni. Alalon, ilista mo na ang kanyang pang-5 puntos.
Yan ay matchup na sinasabi natin, ano? Living up to the hype, itong dalawang players na ito. Most of the points of Perpetual and Arellano coming from these 2 players, Halalon and Thompson.
Pwede sa labas. Nahanap sa loob si Gallardo. Simple para kay Gallardo. Kahit may bantay siya doon, nakapuntos siya. Lamang ng isa. It's a solitary point separating these 2 teams who are tied in the team standings. 4 and 2. Ang kanilang win-loss card, Kumaru, pinag-isipan yung 3. Dumray, pinasa. Natamaan at nabangga doon si Enriquez. Pupunta siya sa free throw strike.
Again, that interior passing to si Gumalo able to attack the basket, going to the paint and giving that pass to his open teammate underneath.
Unang personal foul ang itinawag kay Rick Gallardo. Pangalawang team foul ng Perpetual Alta. Ceasefire muna tayo. Unang timeout called on the floor. Kami po'y magbabalik dito lamang sa ABS-CBN Sports and Action. You're watching the NCAA Season 91.
no switch, ha? No switch. No switch. Pero, Noy, lalabanan mo yun yung screen na yun.
Nabulin mo.
Pero, pag sa inyong dalawa, switch.
Switch, ha?
Pare, maliwanag, ha?
Switching.
Bigyan mo na kay Scott yung triangle. Ikaw na punta doon. Go! Ha?
Tingnan natin itong dalawang leader nila na si Giovanni Alalon and Deontay Holtz. Nung kalaban yung letra na pinag-usapan nga namin ng kasamahang si Mikey Reyes, if you limit Alalon to less than his usual average of 9 to 10 assists, you get the victory against Arellano.
Yung sinasabi natin, up and down for the Chief Stars, ano? It's all about consistency.
Yes.
If they bring their A game consistently, of course, the team will play well consistently also. So yun yung challenge dito sa dalawang players na to. Especially si Deontay Holtz, who I think should be more assertive. Last season, he averaged double-double. Dito sa season na to, hindi siya nag-average ng double-double eh. I think only 8 rebounds a game.
Tama yan. Deontay Holtz, who's at the bench na nakita nyo kanina sa inyong mga telebisyon, 13 points per game ang average and 8 rebounds. Akweti ang tumuloy-tuloy all the way para sa kanyang 6 puntos. This man averages, Coach Olsen, 21.5 points per game and 13.8 rebounds per outing.
And that's the inside presence na wala ang Perpetual before. Yun ang dadala ni Bright Akweti dito sa season na ito.
Kanina nga ay nakausap natin si Roxanne Montealegre at nakausap niya ang mga coaches ng parehong teams. Let us go back to Miss Roxanne. Rox?
Andre, Coach Olsen, napaka-importante talaga ng game today kasi ito na yung chance ng both teams maka-recover from their previous loss. Kaya to bring their A-game back, para kay Perpetual Altos assistant coach Lester Del Rosario, gusto niya his players would give good screens, be ready for hard cuts, and to take every opportunity to set the play. Para naman kay Arellano Chief Head Coach Jericho Diniera, gusto niya na mag-discern yung players niya for every shot selection, to work on their quick attacks, and gusto rin niya to stop every ball in transit, lalo na kapag kay Scottie Thompson. So yan ang abangan natin mamaya kung sino ang aangat dito sa game para finally ma-break na yung tie sa standings. Andre, Coach Olsen?
Maraming salamat, Roxanne. Tama yung nabanggit mo. Hindi nagbabantayan yung sinabi ko na Thompson-Halalon matchup dahil alam naman natin sila ay kayang umiscore kaya binigay ng parehong koponan ang mga magagaling na defenders nila na tasked to guard both Halalon and Thompson respectively, Coach O. Elopre, nakahanap ng puwa, hinagis ang bola, nakuha ni Halalon, binabantayan na mas malaking Akweti, bumaba na si Akweti. Halalon, naghahanap, nakita si Enriquez, pumihit, ginamit ang banda, pero nabangga siya. Pangalawang personal na yan, itatawag kay Rick Gallardo, third team foul on Perpetual Health.
And that's just great recognition on the part of Giovanni Halalon. Bababa siya ng bola, nakita niya si Akweti nandito sa harap niya. What does that mean? Ibig sabihin, yung tao ni Akweti na mas malaki, his teammate ni Halalon na big man, is probably open underneath. So 1-2 more dribbles, pinasa na agad niya dun sa kanyang big man underneath and they get a foul because of that.
Talagang point guard ka nga as we take a look at these tweets. Talagang si Halalon is more of, I mean, with no disrespect to you, hindi ko kino-compare sa'yo, pero parang halos pareho mag-isip ang mga point guard. Sabi, maganda yung nabanggit mo na na-recognize niya yung bantay niya, ubat si Akweti, libre malamang yung big man niya or may puwang dun sa interior defense.
And I think that's a big difference between the Giovanni Halalon of the past years and the Giovanni Halalon of this year. Yung experience niya, yung composure niya, very composed na siya pag nagdadala ng bola. Last year is all about hustle for him. Ngayon, alam mong veterano na siya.
At malaking naitulong din yung pag-represent ng ating bansa sa SEA Games. Isa na yan si...
tama ka dyan, Dre. Naging teammate nga niya. Ito si Scottie Thompson doon.
Hindi nagustuhan ni Halalon yung pasa. Ni JR Capara doon. Pumasok na nga si Deontay Holtz at si John Ilagan para sa Arellano and Perpetual Health respectively. Thompson, bothered by Capara, binigay dito kay Ilagan. Ilagan yung pasa kay Akweti na agaw. Halalon, the pull-up is good.
That's confidence for you. 1 against 2. To see Halalon pulls up for that jumper.
Halalon now has 7 points. to lead all scorers. At nakuha na ng Arellano ang kanilang unang lamang. Make that pinakamalaking kalamangan na tatlo, 15-12 so far with 3:27 remaining in the first. Nice look by Thompson to Akweti. Yun yung sinasabi ng coaching staff kanina sa atin sa dugout ng Perpetual. They would run that two-man game between Thompson and Akweti.
Yun yung sinasabi natin, very dangerous two-man game between Thompson and Akweti. You see this slow-mo. Kita natin. But yun yung sinasabi ko rin na when Thompson or Halalon, they make their teammates look good. That's an example. Going hard to the basket. Medyo libre siya. Pwede niya itira eh. Pero a better decision for him is to give that bounce pass to the streaking Akweti.
As Akweti hits those free throws, he has 8 now today. Yun din yung kanina na pag-usapan natin, Coach Olsen, si Giovanni Halalon, yung kanyang maturity, yung iba din yung in-improve and yung maturity nitong former MVP, Earl Scotty Thompson, in running the show for Perpetual, being a point guard, being a passer. Kahit alam natin, scorer talaga si Thompson.
Yun ang role ni Scotty Thompson ngayon. You see him handling the basketball more this season. Lalo na pag nakaupo yung kanilang starting point guard. At siguro, that's one of the factors din kung bakit minsan napapagod siya. He didn't have to do that last season. Pero ngayon, mas nakakapagod din magbaba ng bola, lalo na kung pinapressure ka, di ba?
Alam na alam mo yan. Kami po yung magbabalik. Timeout muna si Coach Jerry Codiniera. Pagkatapos nung naubos yung kanilang shot clock. 15-14, lamang ng isa ang Arellano Chiefs sa Perpetual Health.
You don't say you have to be right away. The moment he attacks, you can just raise your hand or hold your ground. It's gonna power you. Hey, you pass it. Passer, pressure tayo, passer. Make it hard for the guy to pass the ball. Don't give him that clear view. Early post work.
At kasing ganda ng ating laro ngayon, ang mga nagagandahang mga dilag at mga estudyante at manonood na nandito ngayon sa loob ng arena sa lungsod ng San Juan. Smile, you're on cam, ating students from Las Piñas, all the way from University of Perpetual Health System, Dalta. At yan, ang ating mga estudyante na natutuwa. Ang ganda ng kanilang mga reaksyon, no? Iba-iba.
Pati ikaw, tuwan-tuwa ka, Dre.
Dahil kasama kita ulit.
Yeah.
3 beses tayo magkasama ngayong linggo. Balik tayo sa aksyon. Pagkatapos ng timeout ni Coach Jerry, naubusan sila kanina ng shot clock. Dagangon all the way. Gets that lucky roll to go for his first 2 points today. Salado, nasa loob na rin ng laro ngayon para kay Coach Jerry. So kung nandyan ang driver ng bus na si Giovanni Halalon, pumasok na rin ang kanyang konduktor. The short stop by Julius Cadavis is good from the perimeter to chip in with 2 for our score 17-16. Yes, Coach.
Julius Cadavis has that in his arsenal, that medium range jump shot. So malaking bagay yan. Pag magkasama sila, Cadavis and Holtz together inside.
Oliveria has the ball up top. Pinapatay ni Holtz. Ganda ng inside look ni Akweti kay Thompson. Di nga lang nakuha ni Scotty. Halalon. Left, right, left. Nakakahilo. Bantayan to si Halalon. Ganda nung trapas nung Halalon. Mala Olsen Rasela yung pasa eh. Naalala ko, pinapanood ko dati mga pasa niya kay Daniel Dafonso sa loob eh. Or kay Freddy Abude, mga ganon.
Oh, nakikita ko rin yun eh.
And the strong move of the game is brought to you by Smart Live, the Smart Life. Lash sa diwa ang ipapasok na ngayon as we take a look at that basket by Dagangon inside.
Pero again, yung maturity na sinasabi natin ni Giovanni Halalon, bringing up the floor, hindi siya nagmamadali. Ano? Alam niya kung saan nanggagaling yung help. Alam niya kung sino malilibre sa ilalim. Kung ilalim ang libre or yung corners na shooters niya ang libre. So nakikita mo talaga yung maturity ni Giovanni Halalon.
Upo muna si Gio. Talagang nauhaw doon si Gio. Talagang pangklase isang Giovanni Halalon. Cool na cool lang pagdating sa loob ng hard court. At Julius Cadavis pinasok ang 2 free throws. Dito magkakaalamanan. nakaupo yung Giovanni Alalon. Sino magpapatakbo nitong trend ng Arellano University?
Pero pinaupo nga si Giovanni Alalon. Pero sino naman ang pumasok? You have that outside threat of Arellano, si Zach Nichols inside. So sa scoring, alam na natin kung saan pupunta. And of course, you have Holtz there coming off the bench for Coach Jerry Codinera.
At yung galing ng STI Cagayan de Oro na si Kent Salado, nasa loob na nga. At ang tinawagan ng foul na si Ivan Meca, kaya nga nasa linya ngayon si Flash Sadiwa. And he misses on, actually he gets that first free throw. Sadiwa has just attempted 7 free throws in season 91 so far. He is 3 of 7, make that 4 of 8, 50% from the line this season. Labas si Akweti, pasok yung 6'11 behemoth na si Prince Eze. Iba yung luxury ni Coach Aric Del Rosario to have 2 foreign players who can make a strong, big impact in the game.
And first year nitong parehong players na to. Yung sinasabi natin na inside presence na wala sila last year. Last year they had Alano, Justin Alano, who manned the fort for them inside. Pero Alano is more of a undersized big. That's why they had to rely on their perimeter players. You have Scotty Thompson last year. You had Arboleda last year, Baloria last year. But now that they don't have Baloria and Arboleda, meron naman silang big men inside presence ngayon with Ese there and with Akweti.
Tama yung nabanggit mo, no? Nawala yung isang Harold Arboleda, nawala yung isang Junioric Baloria, pinalito naman ng isang 6'11 at 6'8 na si Eze at si Akweti. Na, binanggit nga sa atin ni Coach Aric na in his past years, 3 years nga dito sa Perpetual, tama yung sabi mo wala siyang big man yung mga ganito, yung dalawa pa. Unlike dati nung panahon niya sa UST, lagi siya may big man doon Sa Diwa, umaatake. Make that Thompson, the kick out. Sa Diwa, dapat itinira na 3-second violation.
Tama ka sa Dre. Dapat tinira ni sa Diwa yun Nag-create na si Scotty Thompson. Made that kick out pass to sa Diwa. All he had to do was shoot that 3-pointer pero din-drive pa. So ngayon, turnover na nangyari para sa kanila.
Pag ganun ba, may pinapasahan ka ng libre tapos di pa tinira, naiinis ka bilang isang point guard?
Oo, kasi trabaho mo is to create. Now, once you create and make that pass, at libre-libre na yung teammate mo at hindi niya tinira, sayang yung ginawa mo. And then if he creates after that pass, masikip na kasi na-create mo na So dapat tinitira talaga yung mga ganun na open shots.
And speaking of open shots, that pull-up is good para kay Kent Salado para sa kanyang unang 2 puntos ngayong araw. Bola ng Perpetual, 34 seconds remaining. Ganda nung hanap ni Thompson kay Eze. Natapik ni Holtz, kaya bola pa rin ng Perpetual Health. Gab Dagangon goes back to the hard court. Nilabas si Flash Sadiwa. 12 seconds on their shot clock, 31 on the game clock. Thompson. Over to Dagangon. Posting up Cadavis. The cross court to Tamayo. Tamayo is in the game as well. And basang-basa ni Ken Salado. And all the way, unahan sila ni Thompson. Iba yung bilis. Mabilis na to si Thompson, pero ibang klase yung burst of speed ni Salado.
Great anticipation by Salado, intercepting that pass and streaking for 2 points.
Thompson, 3 for 3, takes it, no go. Eze with the offensive rebound. Pinato ang bola palabas, pero naubusan tayo ng oras doon. Pagkatapos ng 10 minutong umaatikabong aksyon ng NCAA Season 91 sa pagitan ng dalawang koponan na may 4 na panalo at 2 talo. Arellano Chiefs and the Perpetual Altas. Dagangon inside, creating space. At yun nga, itong si Giovanni Halalon leads the way, 23-18, Arellano up by 5.